the crazy weather that we have expected today. So, TikTok World, Facebook, and YouTube looks like I was able to get access back to through Streamlabs to go live on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So right now I am multi-streaming all three. So for my TikTok friends, it looks like if we do go live today, we may be able to do if we go live for in the field storm chasing, we may actually be able to broadcast through TikTok as well. So I wanted to make sure that you all are aware. All right, so thanks so much for joining. We're going to break down everything that you need to know. We're going to focus on today's threat, and that threat for today is the enhanced risk in areas of Omaha, Lincoln. We're targeting some areas around Lincoln, Nebraska today for potential to have tornadoes as well as definite, almost certain, some areas that will have significant hail threat. We're talking apple size hail. We could have pretty significant. Des Moines later today. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We do have a great question from TikTok. Any bad weather in Des Moines? What we will have here is I'm going to break it down for you as best as I can. I'll try to get pinpointed in areas as much as possible, but there's lots to go through, and I do have an appointment that I have to get my son to, a number of appointments today, so it's going to be a little tricky. So I'll probably have a pretty short broadcast. Looking at the HRRR, this is the timing, and you can see the time right up here. This is all in Central Daylight Time. Altoona, let's take a look at that area. Yes, Mesomat. Oh man, yes, it is going to be a wild day for sure. All the chasers are out for sure. So, unfortunately for folks in the Des Moines area, this is going to be after dark, but significant wind threat, even some hail. The risk for tornado activity, I'll put that up here real quick. You're not out of the woods in Altoona, Iowa. Again, 2% is the green, 5% is the brown. That is right now what we're looking at, the tornado outlook, basically the severe tornado outlook. Let me go ahead and break down a few things here for you. I'm going to stay on a lot of these. Uh, Louisville, Kentucky. Sorry, not covering you guys today. Uh, yes, SPC just updated with enhanced risk larger now. Oh, wow. Thanks, man. I appreciate it so much. I'm not going to be covering the East Coast and the Tennessee, Ohio River Valley today, unfortunately. You guys do have some risks. You guys do have some risks that are going to be coming up. But let me go ahead and take a look at the larger area here. 1 second. I'm going to bring up SPC information here. Let me make sure that I've got everything covered here. So right now, I am looking at let me go ahead and pull this information up here. 1 second. I've got a couple of things that I've got to grab here as best as I possibly can. Gotta grab a screen grab of this. So you guys are going to see some crazy stuff on here. Okay, so this is the tornado outlook. So Mesomat said they expanded and enhanced risk is larger. I'll take a look at the enhanced risk, but this is directly from the Storm Prediction Center graphic. This was updated at, why is it saying updated at 12:47? That's the latest from the SPC. And this is from the spc.noaa.gov site. So that's quite alarming. Oh, there we go. The enhanced one. Yes, I got you now. I got you now. It was not that they expanded the tornado risk, but yes, they definitely expanded the area of concern for the enhanced risk. So 3 out of 5 includes eastern part of Nebraska, and now also is encompassing areas further east into areas of Iowa. And let me go ahead and pinpoint that a little bit further here. You guys are going to see exactly where I'm going with this. One second. Let me get those. So these are some areas that are pretty concerning. This looks like it was updated at 7:41, so it looks like this is the latest information that we have. Carroll, Ames, Atlantic, Des Moines, Council Bluffs, and obviously some Lincoln. Those are all in the 3 out of 5 risk for today. Again, uh, based on that information, it does look likely that things are really going to pick up. All right, let me go ahead and drop that out, and then now you guys can see all kinds of crazy stuff. There we go. Uh, there we go. Back to this. So they are saying Omaha could get hit. Yes, absolutely, Don. If you don't have a basement, and you don't have a place to keep yourself safe, find one, find, some area that you're going to be able to have a plan. Today is going to be a day that you definitely want to have a plan to stay safe, get away from windows, because we're talking hail that could be up to the size of apples today. No problem, Mesomat, no problem at all. I appreciate all the feedback, and yeah, I did not realize that literally got updated moments ago. They had just done another update overnight. It's crazy. Bryn, I shared to my daughter. She lives just north of Omaha. Bryn, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for the shares. That is definitely appreciated. Let me go ahead and don't have all my other TikTok tools to see, but if you could go ahead and if you feel the need, go ahead and do some gifts, or if you have not followed, please go ahead and do so. That way we can get more people informed of what's going to be happening here. So again, we're going to take a look at the timing of this for those that are just joining. And I'm going to close out of Radar Omega to see if Radar Omega has gotten an update with the SPC information. There it is. All right, now we got everything updated. And this was updated just a bit ago. So we have all of these areas are covered now in the enhanced area. See, this is how life is. Everything is just moments of updates. All right, there we go. HRRR showing the storms initiating sometime after 5 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Sorry, just had gotten a text from some people that are down in Lincoln that are some families, so trying to make sure that they're aware as well. All right, so 7 p.m. It looks like this gets a little bit more broad up into Sioux City and Lamar's, and then this becomes really a major wind event as a wind and hail threat right here. Oh, this just diverted back to it. Oh my goodness. Really getting tired of Radar Omega at this point. Dude, did they like issue an incorrect update? Hang on a second. Either my graphic is wigging out or something with Radar Omega. Let me shut that off and put it back on here and see what's going on. All right, I'm going to shut that off because this is not showing the correct information right now. Obviously, those who were in here before saw what is expected to have happen. So as you can see, there's definitely some storms that are happening over into areas of Kansas City this morning, and those are going to continue to move off and kind of deteriorate eventually. But let me go ahead and put this through for, again, areas of Omaha expected to have storm initiation after 5 p.m. You can kind of see the little blip here west of Columbus. That's where storm initiation is possible to start. And then things really start getting ramped up around 6 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I'm going to take a look at the maximum updraft helicity. This is going to give some measurements of excuse me, basically long tract severe supercells. And the higher the numbers, obviously, the more significant this threat is. So we're looking at this right now through the eyes of this magnifier, basically a very large number. Anytime you get this number above 100, uh, got a lot of vertical wind shear in there and capabilities of getting those supercells to really build, and hence more probabilities with all the other ingredients of having some severe tornado risk. So the major risk would be sometime after 5 p.m. Between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. is kind of the time frame that we're thinking this is all going to potentially impact folks in areas. St. Louis area, let me go ahead and dive for that real quick. I'll go back to like a live radar here real quick. Appreciate it so much. Let's go to St. Louis area. Make sure my alerts are on here. All right. So right now, St. Louis, you're fine. Don't expect a whole lot until tomorrow. That's your risk for tomorrow. Let's go ahead and pull that up here. I know I said I wasn't going to go through it, but real briefly. So this is for tomorrow for folks that are in Oklahoma City, basically all of Oklahoma, Missouri. There is one major threat that I wanted to kind of cover for Missouri as well because that is pretty significant. Um, the tornado risk isn't as significant, although that's still 24 hours out. But I want to take a look at the excessive rainfall outlook for tomorrow, and that is pretty significant along this whole area. So Joplin, Springfield, all the way back into Tulsa and Oklahoma City. Significant amount of rainfall that is expected for those areas for tomorrow. Oh, Davenport, Iowa. I will get that. Kiki 215. Let's go. 1 second here. Shut that off and we'll get you squared away. Davenport, I'll go ahead and it's going to be super late if it can make it that far. Whoops. Probably going to have to use NAM 3K. Just one moment. I appreciate y'all joining. No, Malia near Arkansas, no, but your threat is coming in the next, over the weekend. Arkansas is really going to get impacted. I'll have live updates every morning, but today we're primarily focusing on the Plains states, so I understand uh, your concern for there as well. All right, so what this looks like is 18th, around 1 o'clock in the morning, around Cedar Rapids. So areas of Davenport, right now you're getting some mildly severe, just under the, it's basically special weather statement, so not super bad. But we are expecting things to, if things can hold together, you could have some severe weather possibility tomorrow. And I'll bring that back up here. This would be, you'd be just on the northwest side of that. Uh, I will check Council Bluffs area. I've already checked it, but I will definitely check that. So as far as Davenport goes, you should be okay, but keep weather aware. We'll do some more weather updates in the morning so that we can give you an idea of areas of Davenport. So Omaha Council Bluffs, Ma'am, I definitely, that area, if you're in anywhere in that area today, make sure you know where to get into your safe spot. And it's going to be pretty significant today, without a doubt. Let me go back to HRRR so we have the latest information. This is updated at 8 a.m. So it's going through an update right now. So I have to go back to the 7 a.m. update here. So one moment. So the area that I'm targeting for possibility of tornadoes today is going to be the Omaha, Lincoln, Fremont, like that area. And that is going to be later this evening, late afternoon, into early evening hours. So we got 6 p.m., Columbus, Norfolk, West Point, all of those areas around 6 p.m. Let me zoom into Council Bluffs and Missouri Valley area. I know Council Bluffs is close to Omaha, so Carson. I'm guessing that's Iowa. There we go. All right, so I'm zooming in here a little bit. According to this, it suggests that you should be okay, but again, you're in that risk for tornadoes today. The brown zone, that is a higher risk than the green zone. So you're in the 5% risk in this whole swath here. So definitely want to be uh, being careful. Yeah, it looks like it will pass. It would pass north of Carson, but I certainly think that you need to stay weather aware because these things, these weather models do definitely change. And the HRRR weather model changes on an hourly basis because that one is a short range weather model and it updates on a regular basis. So just be mindful that you're in this brown zone, and anyone that is in the green zone is also going to be needing to be careful because of the concern. That area, it would be any time between 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. I wish I had a closer time frame, but that would be the time frame. 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. Would be the time frame to be more concerned about. And I'll take a look here. Des Moines, Brandy. I'll take a look at Des Moines area here. According to this, now just keep in mind. Just keep in mind when I'm going through these, Miss Murder, you are welcome. So when I'm going through these, just be aware that things can change. So a lot of times with storm chasers, what we watch for is trends, and what we want to see, or don't want to see rather, is we don't want to see things get an uptick where, oh, now they are having storm initiation happen sooner. So if the storms initiate sooner, say basically 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this could be way worse. But the later in the day that we go, then some of those other elements and ingredients, if you will, could end up dying out. Doesn't mean that there's a zero chance of anything, but uh, 2, 3 o'clock storm initiation, that's early enough that these things could really ramp up. And then obviously our timing changes. So just be aware of that. So Des Moines, 10 p.m. So I would say just to be on the safe side, anytime after 7 p.m. Would be a concern for Des Moines. In Iowa, is there going to be tornadoes? I don't know for certain if there's going to be tornadoes in Iowa, but let me just show you one factor here. So we're going to look at significant tornado parameters. And I want to remind folks that are just joining. So it's Kennedy area of Iowa. Anyone that's in the green has a potential for tornadoes. So if you live anywhere in the green or the brown, those would be more so the brown area would be a greater concern for tornado activity. I'm going to take a look at the significant tornado parameters, and basically that ends up showing what some of the main elements that are needed. Doesn't mean without a doubt there's going to be a tornado or that there's going to be a significant tornado. It just means that a lot of the parameters are there. So this would be very 1.4 isn't real significant, but still not zero. So definitely a possibility of some maybe short-lived tornadoes in some of those areas in the Omaha metro area. How is it looking currently? Okay, how is it looking currently? Okay, let me go through that. Landon Parker, let me go ahead and take a look at that. Mainly, the threat is going to be after 5 p.m. Appreciate all the continued shares. As I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to terrify anybody, by the way. I just want to make sure you guys are aware. I'm in Bellevue, but basically across the street from Omaha. Yeah, Bellevue and the university up there, they're going to get hit pretty hard today, I believe. All right, so this is looking at a supercell or a composite reflective. I'll take a look at the supercell composite, and that's going to show you basically uh, how large these supercells are going to be. So basically, to put it in layman's terms, how ominous these could end up looking from a cloud perspective and scary, ominous looking. Now, major supercells are showing that they're expected to be down in here, but I don't know. Let me go back to a new update and see if I can go a little bit further out with this or not. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, that one has not read. All right. It's Don. I'm out chasing starting in Lincoln today. I have a feeling we are going to get early initiation. Don, from a chaser standpoint and being able to get the data that you need and being able to visualize and warn people, I kind of hope it is sooner. The reason why I hope that it's sooner is because then we can see those things coming and we can also warn people sooner. Nothing worse than getting storms after dark and not being able to see anything. Yeah, you can rely on radar, but some areas of Nebraska and anywhere in the U.S. do have dead zones still, no matter what you have. So it's very difficult. I'll be chasing in that area as well, Don. All right, Fort Worth, Texas. I'll take a look at Fort Worth, Texas, and then I'm going to let y'all go because I've got to get ready for. I got a few things that I still have to get my chase vehicle ready for. So, in order for me to take a look at Fort Worth, Texas, I'm going to take a look at tomorrow's risk. Trying to remember exactly where Fort Worth. All right. As of right now, Fort Worth, Texas area is in a marginal risk for tomorrow. I do expect that to be switched over to a slight risk. Let me go ahead and show you NAM 3K may be able to go out a little ways for us. And I'm focusing on Fort Worth, Texas. This is again for tomorrow. As of right now, it doesn't look that impressive for tomorrow, but again, things are definitely going to change as we move along. So just stay weather aware in Fort Worth as well. Thanks, Don. I'll definitely be safe out there as best as I possibly can. I appreciate everybody sharing and all of y'all. So I'm going to let you go. But before I do, actually, since I do have all three, my Facebook, my YouTube, as well as my um, TikTok going, all at the same time. I'm going to go through my 7 day forecast for Sioux Falls, Aberdeen, Rapid City, and Pierce, South Dakota. All right, there we go. This information loads directly from the National Weather Service out of these regions. I programmed that with an HTML, so and then all the fun graphic stuff. All right, today for Sioux Falls area, expecting obviously some showers, could possibly have some marginally risk thunderstorms in those areas of Sioux Falls. As the Storm Prediction Center does have areas of Sioux Falls, South Dakota in that marginal risk. Timing of that is going to be critical because if these storms can make their way far enough north, we could have a few bouts of heavy gusty winds at times. But again, I don't expect that to be until after 6 p.m. in that area either. And then as far as the rest of the week, we're expecting things to warm up before another chance of rain comes through Monday night through Wednesday. And those could possibly be severe as well, but not as significant as of right now. Areas of Aberdeen, South Dakota, waiting for that to load from the National Weather Service. And maybe it'll load. Come on. I think I had to refresh it. There we go. Aberdeen, South Dakota, we're expecting slight chances of some rain today, but it's not going to be a big washout, so that's great. And then as we get into the weekend, we get cooler temperatures as that wind switches over to the northwest for today and tomorrow. And then Saturday, the winds come barreling back from the south, and they end up being south-southwest, light and variable at times on Saturday. Sunday, we warm things back up, and Monday, 70s. And as that warmth comes back in, so does the moisture. As we get Tuesday and Wednesday, we see highs in the upper 60s. I don't see it being 63. I actually expect it to be a little bit higher than that. Areas of Rapid City, South Dakota, right crazy. We've got snow out west today, 38 degrees. Obviously, that snow is early on. As the temperatures increase, we won't have that snow. And then, obviously, as the temperature decreases, we end up having that snow come back in again. So, off and on, rain and snow basically today and early tomorrow morning. Then, as we get into the weekend, we try to warm things back up as we get a south wind and a west wind, very light, again, 6 to 10 mile per hour wind gusts. And then Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, lots and lots of more moisture, things that we definitely need in our area. And then Pierce, South Dakota, in the central part of south central part of South Dakota, we are expecting a possibility of some general thunderstorms later today. Again, nothing too severe. As we get into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, that warmth comes back again for much of that area as well. Tuesday through Wednesday, we've got the rain chances again as well. All right, one last look at the severe weather risks for today. This is Sioux Falls area. We're expecting to say marginal risk. That is outlined in the green. And then the slight risk is here. We do have the enhanced risk. That covers Des Moines, Omaha, Fremont area. And then this time up here is Central Daylight Time. So just be mindful of that for folks that are watching from other areas of the U.S. Again, the timing on this is going to be sometime after 5 p.m. And if the storms do get initiated sooner, then we could have even more risk of tornadic activity, in my opinion. Let me go see if there is one last update with HRRR here. One moment. This might bring us out with a new fresh update here. Trying to see if it's going to get initiated. It does look like it's starting to get initiated sooner based on this. So after 5 p.m. is definitely going to be a time to be concerned and weather aware and watching things. So I'm going to let you all go. You guys have a great rest of your day. I covered all of the things that I needed to today. So I'm going to go get the chase vehicle ready. I've got to go to Verizon to see if I can get a SIM card for my device so I can have internet. I'll have my laptop there. I'll have a number of different tools and gadgets that I could get weather information from so that I could stay safe, as well as keeping you all informed as well. You guys stay